Welcome back. I'm Emily at Emily's podcast, Tribute to All Little Angels, Part 8, Episode 4 of the Timeline, October 26, 2023. Good morning. Waking up this morning, my mind went right to the cemetery. I thought and said in my mind to myself, what else can I ask? What now? Any pointers? Any advice? October 27th, 2023. The skies are clear today. The temperature is a little cool, so I decide to stay in and write the episode for this next week. I worked on it until I was about halfway through and I took a drive. It seems I'm feeling closed in. I did leave the house and I drove about 30 minutes out and I turned around. As I'm driving, I look up and see the moon. It looks like it could be a full one, with a shadow above it. When I arrive home, I start writing again until I was ready for bed. I will finish it tomorrow. October 28, 2023. When waking up this morning, I thank God. I asked to help me finish writing the episode. Even the writing takes a lot out of me. I did finish. Then about 2:15 p.m. I left to go to the cemetery. At 2:34 p.m. I drive by Megan's area and I take a picture. Then I drive on to Wyatt's area. I visit with him. I take two pictures of his area, his headstone, and a short time later I pull around to visit Megan. As I pull up, I take a picture of Megan's area from the south facing north. It has puddles of water laying in this area. And yes, I get it. When it rains, it lays in the grass and on the ground and on the streets. But this is definitely not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about even after the drains were fixed in 2019, why is Babyland 6 West still flooding? Just asking. Megan's flowers are still here. I took 21 pictures of different angles in this area, and about the 19th and 20th picture shows proof again. There is no way, absolutely no way, another tree sat between this existing tree and the electrical pole. But even with this proof, or any proof, is anyone out there to help? When I left the cemetery, I went home to relax. I will not attempt to record yet. October 29th, 2023. It's a rainy type day, so I will stay in and clean a little. And this evening I will try to record, or I may not and record tomorrow. But right now, though, once I get it written is when I decide to record. Everyone enjoy the day. October 30th, 2023. Waking up this morning, I have it in my mind to record. So I will do that. But first, I cleaned up a little. Then I got plastic gloves and filled the fingers with the Smartie candies and the hand and palm area with different small size candies for Halloween. I arranged them on the table, and when I was done at 5:45 p.m., I went to the cemetery. I pull up to Wyatt. I snapped a photo of his area, and I had to leave the cemetery to get home. When I made it home and my friend is here, he didn't stay long, so I went back to the cemetery. At 6:28 p.m., I'm back at Wyatt's area. I take a picture and visit him for a while, and then I pull around to Megan's area. The sun is going down, and the golden glow on this area is beautiful. I took a full view area picture from the street. Megan's flowers are here, and we really do appreciate that. And wow, in this next picture, The sun is in the treetops a field away, and on Megan's area is an orange and golden in color aura. I wish I knew what the auras were saying or what they mean. In the third picture, the golden orange aura is no longer here. The sun is still glowing, and now there is a yellow aura near a heart headstone near the existing tree. And in the next picture, picture 4, the yellow aura is now east of this existing tree. And in the 5th and 6th picture, it's the same view as in pictures 2, 3, and 4, but the sun has gone down even more and the aura is gone completely. It's here at times, it moves around at times, and other times it's here and then it's gone. In picture 7, it's an up close picture of the Mother Mary statue going from west to east. Other headstones, and then the rock headstone in the southeast little girl's headstone. Their flowers are also here. So I'm good with that. The 8th picture is an up close picture of Megan's flowers and her area. The 9th picture too. Then I took a couple pictures of the full view from the east of the pictures that line up too. The line up meaning the small drain set in 2019, the black and white Babyland sign, the double headstones that had been moved by floodwaters in 2015, then the blue and white Babyland 6th West sign, the existing tree, Megan's flowers, and the newly set in headstone dated from 1992 that was also set in 2019. And the last 2 pictures I took, they are taken from the east, north of the existing tree, to the area where the north tree sat at one time. And with the admittance we had received that the headstones were moved by floodwater on May 7, 2015, they admitted it on January 16, 2019. So I want to ask, how can this existing tree be anything but the south tree? So therefore, the headstones to the south of the existing tree is to be moved to the north of the existing tree, right? After I sat with Megan for a little while, I left the cemetery and went home. When I arrive home, I relax for about 30 minutes and I'm ready to record. And in my mind, I'm thinking, it's Halloween tomorrow, so if I don't get it done tonight, I can do it in the morning. But when I sat down, I said my prayer to God and Megan, and I start, and I restart, and I restart. And after the 6th try, I got it. I finally got it. I re-listened to it. It sounds good to me, so I scheduled it. And that means I have tomorrow for Halloween. Have a great night. October 31st, 2023. This morning after waking up, I drove through the cemetery to see Megan and Wyatt for Halloween. I didn't stay long, and then I went to the store and then home. When the trick-or-treaters started, I look out my front door and I see the moon in the sky. I took a picture, and then I took a picture of the moon on the inside of the house between the slats of the blinds. And the next picture is of the same view, but the moon is much bigger. At 9:10 p.m., I take the picture of the moon and a star above the moon and a star below it, but on a slight angle. The next picture, it looks as though a light show is going on in the sky, with the moon, a star, and lines shooting through the sky. If only the sky could talk. November 1st, 2023. This morning, starting my day, my heart feels heavy for some reason. I went into my bedroom and I had to sit on the edge of the bed to talk to God. When I finish, I look up at the ceiling, and just above a blade from the ceiling fan, it looks like angel wings on the ceiling in a glow of light. I took two pictures of that glow from two different angles, and wow, I couldn't believe it. Then I start remembering a dream I had that I woke up from this morning. I dreamt about a moose. Why? I have no idea. But I needed to look up the meaning. The meaning of dreaming about a moose is it's a sign that you are about to go on a journey. This journey could be physical, emotional, or financial, but it will be significant nonetheless. So if you dream of a moose, take it as a sign that something big is about to happen in your life. And I thought, wow. I sat back for a little while and thought, I hope so. Something big, and may I add, something positive. A little while later, I met Madison at the cemetery. At 5:47 p.m., we pull up to Megan's area from the east-west street east of Megan's. Then we pull up to Wyatt's area, and I took 4 pictures of his area. Madison had given them both a chocolate bar. Then I pull around to Megan's area again. As I pull up, I start taking pictures from the south, and in the 6th picture is a full view picture. The next picture is of the rock headstone, the southeast headstone, and the Mother Mary statue area. In the 8th picture is another full view, and in pictures 9, 10, and 11 are the full view also. So many pictures taken, but in the last picture of today shows yet again the existing tree and the electrical pole. There's no room for another tree between this tree and that pole. I can prove it yet again where the north tree sat if someone wants to take a look. A short time later, I left the cemetery. November 2nd, 2023. This morning, after waking up, thanking God, Madison sent me some pictures of my granddogs, Daisy and Nala. A little later this morning, I read something that said, sometimes God will slow you down so that the evil ahead of you will pass before you get there. Your delay could mean your protection. He is a good God. Amen. And it didn't take me but a second to know what this meant. And thank you, God. Shortly after, I went to visit with Madison and my granddogs. And this day has been such a good day. November 3rd, 2023. I thank God again today as I do every day. After my morning went by this afternoon at 1:15 p.m., I start putting more gold envelopes together of information to send out. I have papers and pictures spread out all over my pool table. And after I put packets together, I also put some more information in the files I have put together that I refer back to. And I have the most recent information to add to these files. At 4:58 p.m., I need a break. I leave the house to go through the cemetery, just checking on things. I do this when I need to breathe. When I got back home, I finished with the packets of information, and at 6:26 p.m., I put it all away. I'm able now to kick back and relax. And I did just that. November 4th, 2023. Good morning. My first thought this morning after I thanked God, I know I need to write an episode for the podcast for this coming up Wednesday. After I start my day, I start writing at 11:32 a.m. I wrote and wrote. I took a break here and there, but I got it. I got it done at 4:36 p.m. When I'm finished, I call my sister Susie to read it to her. I also read it to time the length to see if I needed to add more or to see if it is long enough. Susie did think it sounded good. So after we were done talking, I set everything aside and I relaxed because I need to. November 5th, 2023. Thank you. Waking up, it looks to be a nice day, or could be. We are in the low 70s today with clear skies. So at 1:22 p.m., I met Madison and Ismail at the cemetery with Daisy and Nala and Rosie, their bird. Rosie, of course, is in her cage. I took 4 pictures of Daisy Nala at the pavilion in the cemetery. Then we went back to visit Wyatt. Daisy and Nala and Rosie sat by Wyatt's headstone for quite a while. Then at 1:46 p.m., we went to visit Megan. I start taking pictures as I'm pulling up, and in the 4th picture, it is of the full view. Megan's flowers are here, and in the next picture is an up-close picture of the southeast headstone, the rock headstone, and the headstones west of these 2 headstones, and the Mother Mary statue further west. The yellow flower is still here next to the southeast headstone, and the white flower near the rock headstone. I took 2 pictures of this area from east to west and west to east. In my opinion, it's just so darn sad how all of this is just left, ignored, discarded, however you want to express it. It's so disrespectful. In the 6th picture, Madison and her 2 dogs are standing at Megan's resting place. The next 9 pictures taken are of the same view but from different angles. We stand west of the existing tree where Megan's flowers are also placed because this is where her resting place has been from 1999, no matter how much it's ignored. And until we get something done, it will not be finished, whether it's me doing it, or a family member doing it, or a friend. It's really up to the city. A short time later, we left the cemetery. I went home, and Madison and Ismail went the opposite way. November 6, 2023. Good morning. Have a great day. I'm recording this morning and afternoon. If it takes me into the afternoon, wish me luck. November 7th, 2023. This morning, waking up, I'm thankful for it. I'm also grateful for my episode being recorded. So today, I add 2 more pictures to the case file information. The picture showing the headstone that used to sit north of the east-west street corner, and now it sits on the south corner of the east-west street corner. I also look up more information of news stations and radio stations. I found about 8 more, so I can send information to a few of these at a time. I'm doing everything that comes to mind because I have to. November 8, 2023. Tonight, my episode airs at 8 p.m. I'm praying this could be the episode that catches the attention. I pray this every week, every day. November 9, 2023. For a little while now, I've been being told to write this story as a book, make it into a movie. From out of nowhere this afternoon, I receive a call. This person tells me, I'm sending you a book and information on how to write a screenplay. I lost my breath listening to her tell me this. And in my mind, I'm thinking, am I strong enough to express it in a way of in a movie? I do know, though, that at the beginning of a screenplay, they want to know about me, about you, whomever it is writing it or writing it about. After I hung up the phone, I had to sit down to cry. Yes, I'm crying. When I calmed myself down, I got paper and pen and I wrote down notes of my childhood, teen years, and my adult years. I spoke of me getting diabetes. I spoke of my family life. And then I start writing notes for the screenplay. I think I caught on really fast. Wow, this is really exciting. It's emotional. It's overwhelming. When I was done writing, I decided to go to the cemetery, share the news with my angels, talk to God. At 3:50 p.m., I take a full view picture of Megan's area. The next picture is of the rock headstone area up close, and I take an up close picture here since we found the lines around this rock headstone, and so far not once but twice finding the lines. And my only question is, why? The third picture is an up close of Megan's area. Her flowers are no longer here, and I'm sure they have cleaned off the flowers from the season. So we will put more out here for Thanksgiving and then for Christmas on December 1st, 2023. But as we talk about the flowers being here and not being here, the city cleans off the flowers. Yes, we know they clean them off. But we do not understand why only in the older area of the cemetery, where Megan and so many other veterans are laid to rest, but in the newer area to the south of the cemetery, they are not all removed. What's up with that? I would think in the older area, not many visitors for those folks. So I would think leave their flowers there, refreshing them every now and then. It looks bare in Babyland 6th West. The only flowers left in this area are the Mother Mary statue flowers and a headstone. I put this flower on this little boy's headstone because the parents had lost their baby at the same time we lost Megan. We were neighbors. The flower at his headstone is still here too. The next four pictures are taken of the full view area and the area of the small drain to the north, where the north tree should stand. I sit with Megan for a little longer, and then I left the cemetery. November 10th, 2023. Thank you, God. It's Friday. The skies are clear, so I'm going to enjoy this day. Have a great day. November 11th, 2023. And today I'm grateful my eyes are open. It's Saturday, so I will start writing an episode for this week's podcast. After I got things done this morning, I start writing at 1:17 this afternoon, and I did take a few breaks in between, and I finish at 6:03 p.m., hopeful and praying. I set the work aside. I didn't reread it. I didn't time it. I put it over there, and I had to let it go. November 12th, 2023. Early this afternoon, I went to the cemetery. I'm visiting with Wyatt at 1:06 p.m. His flowers are still here. I took a picture of his headstone, and in the next picture, the area near him. In this picture, in the mid area of the cemetery, the headstones line up in a row. It's actually a pretty picture. Sad, but pretty. In the third picture, there is a few headstones offline in another area. East of there is also headstones coming off of the cement slab, which most likely the weather causing damage. Then a little more east, the headstones are in a row. I then took a picture of Wyatt's headstone walking away. I drove around to visit Megan. I pull up on the east-west street facing Megan's area, and looking at the picture just taken, the existing tree is the south tree. Even with the east-west street corner widened, the north tree would have sat more to the north corner of this east and west street, and where they claim they cut down a tree, well, there's no way possible. I took 3 more pictures of Megan's resting place. There is candy wrappers laying in the grass. And in the 5th picture, it's a full view picture of Megan's area from East West Street, east of Megan. The next picture is of a full view of Babyland 6th West. In the next 4 pictures, it is a full view area, but pictures were taken from the electrical pole to the existing tree, and from the tree to the north where the north tree sat. When I was done taking pictures, I talked to Megan and God, and I left the cemetery. After getting home and sitting down for a little bit, I start writing more in of the information for the screenplay. I am going to try hard to do this. I filled in more about me, my life, when I moved to Oklahoma. I filled in also the day of Megan's funeral, and how after everyone left the cemetery the day of her funeral, of course I leave too, but I went back out there. I just couldn't let her go yet. Stay kind with your words, and thank you for listening.